I changed up the music.
I like it.
This is start number 3. Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Welcome to season 3. It's hard to believe those few weeks went by pretty quick.
Yeah, sure did.
And here we are starting our third season. And I'll let Beans do a shout out before we get into this episode.
All right. We'd like to give a shout out to our viewers that come out to watch the live. Thank you for giving us your undivided attention. And for those that will come back and watch the replay, thank you all for that. As you can see, look, we done changed up the background for this basketball. Say March Madness about to start. Got it flaming basketball. Let's get into it.
That's it. Let's get started. Hockey and the NBA just came out of their all-star break.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before we get started in that, we had Olympics just finished up not too long ago, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the U.S. men's and women for winning gold in hockey.
That's like
Um,
first time in 40 some years or
yeah,
something.
46 years for the men. Congratulations to them, beating our neighbors to the north, who's always good, always been good. So congratulations to them, and I think I didn't see it, just hearing about other people talk. I think we finished second in the medal count um,
Okay.
with the Winter Olympics and everything. I know at first we wasn't starting out too good, but I guess we started picking it up. But congratulations to them. Since we're in hockey, I'll go ahead and start with it. Um, let me get it brought up here. I don't know
Cool
why.
beans.
That should be first thing up. You think? Because their season's wide open. Well,
Right.
they got
Yeah.
I'll go over some scores right now. You got to think, just a little over a month, hockey will be in their playoffs, and so will the NBA.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy. And then a little month or so, Major League Baseball will be starting.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So we're in almost the end of winter. Actually, a couple more weeks left winter by the end of I think what around the 20th or 22nd of March starts
Yeah.
spring. So
Start spring. Yep.
all right, I'll go over some scores right now. You got the right now in with 30 seconds left of the game. The Islanders are beating Panthers 5-4. Um, into the first, you've got the Flames over the Ducks 1-0. Some finals coming up. The Penguins beat the Golden Knights 5-0.
Dang.
The
That would be considered a spanking.
Yeah, and then here you got the Blackhawks beating Mammoth 4-0. Um, the Sharks over the Jets in overtime 2-1, and then the Blues over the Wild 3-1.
Wow.
Let me run over some standings since it's been a few weeks. All right, here we go. Some standings here in hockey. Um, the Eastern Conference up there in the Atlantic, you've got the Tampa Bay Lightning, who's leading that division, 38-16-4. The Sabres are at 35-19, 6. Montreal Canadiens are 33-17. Detroit at 34-20. Boston Brewers at 31-21. And we move on down to the Metropolitan Division. You've got the Carolina Hurricanes at 38-15. They're leading it. Behind them is the Penguins at 31-15. The Islanders are 34-21, and the Capitals at 31-24. Moving on to the Western Conference, you've got the Avalanche. They're leading at 39-10. Stars behind them at 36-14. The Minnesota Wild at 35-16. And Mammoth 35-21. Going out to the Pacific, you got the Golden Knights 28-18. And I have no idea how this works. I'm trying to figure this out. Well, I can see why now. Um, Golden Knights are 28-18 leading the Pacific, but the Ducks are behind them at 32-23 and 3.
Oh yeah, because they got more wins, but they also got more losses. They played more games. That's why they're behind.
So, and then you've got the Edmonton Oilers are at 29-24, and the Seattle Kraken 28-22. And let's see if I got the playoff picture, what it looks like. The wild card right now. Let's see who's in. All right. Um, Over in the Eastern Conference right now, your division leaders is the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Atlantic, Buffalo Sabres, and Montreal Canadiens. In the
Mm-hmm.
Metropolitan, you've got the Carolina Hurricanes, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the New York Islanders. As of right now, the two wild card spots goes to Detroit Wings and Boston Bruins right now. Um,
Don't look like no Florida Panthers will be in there this year.
nah, they ain't gonna be close. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back. Which I mean, I ain't gonna say gonna be close. They're 7 games behind or 6 games behind the second place spot. So with a
Right.
month left, they'd have to pick up a lot of ground to get in there.
No repeat for them.
So moving on over to the Western Conference out west, you got in the Central, the top three there is the Avalanche, Stars, and Wild. In the Pacific, you got the Golden Knights, the Ducks, and the Oilers. Edmonton's always seems to be up there.
Yeah, but their thing is their last 2 years, they made it the last 2 years, and the Panthers put them out the last 2 years. If no Panthers, this might be Oilers' year.
Their Kryptonite's gone. All right, and here we go with the two wild card spots right now. The number one wild card, Utah Mammoth, and then Seattle Kraken. Um, but the Kraken, they're 3 games ahead of the Sharks. So we'll see what will be changing um, as that goes here in the next month or so. You pretty much got your top three set in all the 4 divisions. They're pretty much set there unless they just have a total collapse.
Yeah, hockey got some tough names. They teams they sound tough. It's like I was trying to compare them with football, and the first thing came to mind. It's like, yeah, football's pretty tough too, because it's like we got Bears. Well, Bears. I know I wouldn't fight a bear. So
I
but
like the Kraken.
Dolphins.
I like the
That's what
Kraken.
I do. I like the
Yeah,
Kraken. I like the
they're cracking
Predators.
some heads.
The Sharks.
Yep. But that's a rundown with hockey right now. As far as any other news, let's see here. Just like football, the Kings fired their coach. Uh, that's about. I mean, there's some other stuff, but nothing really major going on.
Right.
Oh, to mention. Oh, excuse me there.
Them owners love firing some coaches.
Oh yeah. So that's why I wouldn't want to coach. I see why you go coach in the pros to get the money,
Mm-hmm.
but you have no leash.
Sure
I mean,
don't.
job to have if you're making millions is in college coaching. So
Yeah, because you
you,
got no LeBron's talking about some, hey, this coach need to go.
yeah. So you told me earlier, well, a couple the other day, you had some news with the women's NBA.
Yep. It was like right after we did our audio, they decided to go for that CBA proposal. They decided to drop it from 37%. I mean, not 37%, from 30% to they wanted their share I forgot it's a something share. It's not an income share. I can't revenue share.
Yeah.
They wanted it to be 27 and a half. Now they dropped it again. Now we're at 26%. My thing is y'all are nowhere being they are being stingy. They're the league say we're gonna give you 15%. They started from 30, they go from okay, you're not budgeting from that 15%. 27 and a half. Still that budget, 26. I mean, like,
Why
that's
don't you just
nowhere
go ahead and go down to 20 and say this is what we're going to say 20.
right. If they
No,
say 20, I guarantee the ownership probably would have said, okay.
we can
They
deal
would
with
probably
that.
just say, okay.
And here's my thing. You mentioned something to me that the women's NBA profited at what, 8, was it 8 billion?
8 million per team.
8
It's
million per
actually
team.
because it was I'd have to do the math because it's 13 teams. It was so much money, but when they divided it up between the 13 teams, it was 8 million a team.
And that's disputed. I mean, that's spread out between the players.
Right. The coaching
So,
staff and players
yeah.
is spread about them.
So they pretty much got a bonus.
Yeah. First time in 30 some years.
Just shut up and play the game.
But here's the thing. That revenue share, when it triggered this year, it got half of them talking about because it was like most of the league wanted to strike and not go play. Now they're fighting with each other. The players are fighting with the union because the union is still not trying to back off of that. Now 26%. They're trying to like, we're gonna do 26% or we're gonna strike. And they're like, and the players are like, hold on, whoa, we want to play.
Yeah, they got that money there. See, and that just goes to show them. I mean, now that you're bringing in money, you can get paid.
Exactly.
You wouldn't bring in the money years before. So now that should show. Well, I ain't gonna say it will, but it should show them. Hey, all right, now if we start performing at this high level and we can bring in the revenue and bring in the fans, then we'll get our money.
Here's the thing, and I'm kind of starting to agree with them. I've been watching some other podcasts on YouTube and everything. They're saying that the players union, and I can see that because the players union are pretty much a bunch of old cats that've been there for a while. They're on their way out. They're trying to get as much money as they can before they get out. So it's like if they get the revenue share, because they're not thinking about the younger players at all. Anytime you went from the current minimum salary currently in the what's gone the old thing is $84,000 a year. It now on the new CBA minimum salary is $250,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's twice the increase. Actually, 2.5 times what you currently getting paid. They are thinking about themselves, the ones that are up in there in the offices because they've been playing for so little and they're just being greedy. Well, I've been here so long, I only got so many years, and they're trying to get as much as they can before they get out versus saying, okay, everybody's going to benefit from this. Let's go ahead and do this deal.
That kind of sounds familiar with, where we work.
Yeah.
All right. So it don't look like there's going to be no walkout anyway.
Well, they got till the 10th. After the 10th, the season will not start on time.
Here's the thing. If the players want to play, they can just get rid of the players union, can't they, or whatever?
That's what I was thinking. If that they must have did something to where they can't call a vote and vote them out, because I would vote them out so quick and sign that deal.
But I would look at them. We're firing you.
Exactly.
Y'all fired. So I don't know how that works as far as that negotiating. If the players want to play, and then you would think they'd have to go with it.
Yeah.
Which you would think the players themselves, well, you got the players union and you got the players. The players would at least have a lawyer to represent the players as well.
Right.
You would think.
You still got some bonehead players like Natasha Cloud. She's like, oh, they can afford that 30%. They said, but they haven't made any money. They'll be they can just write that off. They always lose billions. I mean, like, who wants to always lose money?
That sounds like when I was working in the coal mine years ago. Well, I mean, it was a union coal mines. And some of them old timers, the company got the money. They got the money. They got all this money. It's like they think money grows on trees. Mm-hmm. If a business is not profiting, in making money, it's going to shut down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they just can't just keep forking out money. It's not how that works if you're not making it.
Mhm.
So some people, man, they're this way of thinking. They have no concept of which we've talked about this in previous episodes in season 2 and maybe season 1 about managing money and stuff, and especially coming from a business standpoint. The majority of the people don't know how it works. I mean, when
Yeah.
you got your product and sales and stuff like that, um, and what all goes into that. Um, just like I know we're getting a little off topic here. Like, just say for instance, everybody's wanting the minimum wage to go up. Once the minimum wage goes up, your product's got to be raised to compensate for that to be able to make money. So if your product stays low and your minimum wage goes up, then you're going in the hole.
Right.
So that's why now when we go to McDonald's here in Southern West Virginia, and you go just you or me go get a meal, a large size meal, it's 16 to $20
Yep.
for one meal. Well, everybody wants that higher minimum wage. You get that, and now that's what you get. Everything starts going up. So just like and women don't understand. I mean, you start paying them money. You know it's gonna hurt the fans
The fans, yeah, because the
because
ticket
then now
prices are gonna go
ticket
up.
price is gonna go up. Concession stands got to go up to compensate that and everything. See, but people don't look at it that way.
Yep.
And
Because if you've been used to getting them tickets, them NBA tickets, back them WNBA tickets when they wasn't winning, there was $10, $15 tickets. Now they're gonna be $35, $40 tickets.
and see now I'm doing my online, and I was just talked about this in one of my assignments, talking about ticket sales. And the thing is with the ticket sales, this is an average. I mean, it ranges from like 15% to 57% in the processing fee when you go to buy a ticket through Ticketmaster or all these second and third party uh, people.
Mm-hmm.
So all the way up to 58%. Um, that's a processing fee on top of the ticket. 58%
Right.
of each ticket. So not just of the total, it's of like each ticket, which is to me is highway robbery. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I would be okay with just one flat. All right, you buy 4 tickets. All right, 50% or 58% of those 4. Okay, so be it. But of each one, I mean, you could have bought 2 or 3 more tickets. But that's coming from your second and third hand parties, and like I mentioned in my assignment, I mean, you're running the poor people can't go, and
Sure can.
the lower middle class is about to the point they can't go. So eventually, you're going to start running out. I mean, people out, and so yeah, them women need to. I mean, I would drop it to 20% and hold it to 20%. And go from there. Like you said, they probably jump on the 20%.
Yeah, I think the owners would give them the 20 because they holding steady at 15. Like, nah, we ain't going. Or even if you drop to 20, they might even meet you. They might say 18, and you say, okay, and y'all have a deal there.
Yeah. All right. You ready for some basketball scores?
Yep, let's do it.
All right. Right now at halftime, you've got in Boston, you've got the Celtics and the 76ers. The Celtics are up 62 to 50 on the 76ers. In the third, with 7 minutes left, you got the Mavericks and the Thunder. The Thunder up on the Mavericks 66-55. Let me say this. I love seeing Dallas struggle. I don't know about you. I love it. I love it when managers can't manage or business owners do dumb decisions. Dumb. And I mean, you and I as a fan look at it and man, we ain't in that business, but we know when there's a dumb move.
Yeah.
And now you look, the Dallas ain't never going. They ain't gonna be in the playoffs this year.
Nope.
Probably ain't gonna be it next year either.
I say Dallas is in that slump. They're gonna be there in the bottom ring for the next 5 years.
at least,
Yep.
because you just bonehead decision and traded one of the best players. Probably I would say, since LeBron's at the end of his career, he'd be the face of the NBA. You could kind of say somewhat be
Yeah.
up there with it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know you got some other players. You watch and see what he does there in LA when LeBron's gone.
Yep.
His stuff's going to start picking up.
In other words, next year.
Yep, next year. Yeah, because I think LA's done. They're pretty much done with LeBron, I think.
Yeah. Especially with Jenny Buss trying to sell the team. She'll probably sell the team in the off season, and new ownership is going to come in here like, yeah, you got to go.
All right. Then you got the Clippers and the Pelicans playing. There's 3 minutes in the first period left on it. Clippers are up 32-18. Getting ready to tip off. Mentioned the Lakers. They're getting ready to tip off, not kickoff, at 9:30. You're gonna get ready about now. Anytime they're playing the Kings, that shouldn't be no game. I wouldn't think.
No, I don't think so either.
Well, your Knicks, they beat the Spurs. They beat somebody good.
That would surprise me. Games I think they're gonna win, they lose. I thought for sure they were gonna lose this to the Spurs, and they beat them.
Ain't they been struggling with the Spurs?
Well, like so far, I know 2 times this year they done beat them.
I know they beat them twice this year, but usually they don't beat them, right?
Yeah, usually they don't.
Well, they won 114-89. Cavaliers went over the Nets 106-102. The Cavaliers have started picking it back up.
Yep.
The Bulls,
James Harden deal got them.
The Bulls are over the Bucks 120-97.
Bucks
Timberwolves
horrible.
Yeah, they are, man. Timberwolves beat the Nuggets 117-108. Grizzlies over the Pacers 125-106. The Hawks over the Trailblazers 135-101. And you got the Pistons over the Magic 106-92. All right, let's go to some standings here in the NBA. Out there in the East, this is what you're wanting to look for. You got the Pistons leading it at 25-14. Celtics started out slow, but now they've moved up too.
Mm-hmm.
They're 39-20. Your Knicks are at 39-22. Cavaliers, like I said, they started bringing it up. They're at 38-24. The Raptors are at the 5th spot at 35-25. The 76ers are at the 6th spot at 33-26. And then here's your next 4. Will be as of right now, for the play-in games. Number 7 is Orlando Magic. Number 8 is Miami Heat. Number 9 is Atlanta Hawks. And number 10 is the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets? What?
Exactly. Yeah, I know.
They're at 30-31. They've got I guess you could say it's a 3-game lead on the next team, the Milwaukee Bucks. I would like to see the Charlotte Hornets do good. That's just me.
I would like to see the Charlotte Hornets stay in that play-in and see if they can work their way into the.
But I don't think they do no damage or nothing. Not with the top team.
They'd be a first round out.
So they can say, "Hey, we made it. We made it."
Exactly. That's what they can say. We made it. We was in the playoffs last year.
But they still fired their coach, just like Atlanta Falcons. Well, they didn't make the playoffs, but they tied for first. We fired you, coach. All right, Western Conference, you got a Thunder. They're leading 46-15. Spurs are behind them, 2.5 games at 43-17. You got the Rockets in 3rd place. Minnesota in 4th. The Nuggets are in 5th. The Lakers in 6th spot.
I know Lakers doing bad lately.
And then here you go. You got the next 4 spots, which I like to see the Golden State. They moved up, but Suns are in the 7th. The Golden State are in 8th. Golden State was around that 10th spot.
Yeah.
But last 2 years or 3 years, Golden State's been in that play-in game.
Playing, yep.
Portland's at number 9 and the Clippers at number 10. Clippers has got a 4.5 game lead on the Grizzlies for that last spot at number 10. So, like I said, there's still about a little over, about a month, a little over a month before playoffs start. Golden State needs to start trying to move up a little bit. They don't want to be right there at that bubble. Let's see if there's any other news here. Oh man, well, Curry's out. His knee sidelined for 5 games.
Ooh.
It's 5 more games, it says. Harden's dealing with a broken thumb.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did. He got that broke that tip in his finger.
And other than that, there's not really not a whole lot going on, really, other than that. All right, let's get to some college men's basketball. Here's what we got. Seasons should be over today, I would think. So you should have the tourney brackets starting.
March Madness.
You've got the conference playoffs or bracket. All right, you had 2 games today. You had number 8 Purdue beating Ohio. No, number 8 Purdue losing to Ohio State 82-74. That probably put Ohio State maybe into the big dance. I don't know what their resume looks like. Number 13 Michigan State beat Indiana 77-64. I can run down some standings, but I'll run down to probably top 10, and that'll be it. Because, I mean, you're getting ready to have tournament play, conference play starting. I mean, I said standings, the rankings here.
Yeah.
Number 1, you've got Duke. They're at 25-2. Number 2 is Arizona at 25-2. Number 3 is Michigan at 25-2. Number 4 is Iowa State, 23-4. I want you to look at this right here, man. In the top 5, you got three Big 12 teams in the top 5. Arizona at number 2, Iowa State at number 4, and Houston at number 5.
Dang.
You got UConn at number 6, Florida at 7, Purdue at 8, Gonzaga at 9, Illinois at 10. And I'm just skipping down through here, and you got another Big 12 team, Texas Tech, ranked at number 16. My Mountaineers end up blowing it. They were, as of a week and a half ago, in, but they blew it. They was on the bubble watch, then they was in, then they lost the next game. That's how they do it. And they won today. They beat BYU. Yesterday. They beat BYU yesterday in Morgantown. So, and mention this: BYU was ranked number 19th. They're ranked number 19, and they beat them in Morgantown.
Oh, dang.
So, yeah, some of them other losses killed them on the stretch at the end. So Mountaineers ain't going to make the big dance. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Any news? Nothing really. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, as far as college ball.
As far as college basketball, the women's will be wrapping up. It's same. They're running about parallel with the men's. So, see what we got going on in baseball. Spring ball started. I ain't gonna run down those scores of spring ball. I don't really follow. I mean, that's just kind of like scrimmages, really. Anyway,
right.
Let's see. I'm just running down any. Nah. Nothing I really mean to mention, really. So, all right, we'll be moving right along here. Let's see what we got in the college football world right now. You got the Columbine will be coming up.
Yep.
The Columbine's already started. I mean, what I meant to say was the draft will be coming up. They've already had the Columbine. The draft will be coming up in April. It's looking like the Raiders are going to take Mendoza first pick,
Mm-hmm.
number one, which they'd be smart.
I had somebody send me
Oh man,
something on Twitter yesterday. They said Chicago would trade the Raiders Caleb Williams for the number one pick so they can get Mendoza. I said, why would Chicago do that? They know that Chicago ain't had a good quarterback in years, and Caleb
and
just took them to the playoffs.
yeah, and Caleb has improved.
Exactly. Why would you give up somebody you know that's progressing for somebody for an X factor you don't know nothing about? He may get
Brady
there.
Brady ain't going to do that.
Oh yeah, and you're I don't know. I think Brady might have wanted to do that because Brady is trying to sell his shares. He's trying to get out of the Raiders organization.
You sure on that?
Well, I did get I got it from Twitter this time.
I ain't heard nothing. I ain't seen nothing on that. That's the reason
I
I was
got that from Twitter this time.
Let's see here. Here's some sad news. It says Colorado quarterback Ponder dies in single car crash at 23.
Oh man.
That's sad news there.
Yeah, that is.
And here, let me click on something here. It's got something here. Let's see what they're meeting over. It says, I don't know. It said Trump and college leaders are special to tackle on some issues on the round table, but I don't know what they're. Let's see. I don't even know what this is about. I thought it was going to be over some of it has to do over a bill. Let's see. Okay, it's over the regulation of meal.
Oh.
Here's my thing. And which it's been a talk, and I think me and you would agree on this. I mean, all right, there's the players are getting paid two different ways, but not all. Not all. They're getting paid from the school with their scholarships because they're all scholar players now. And then you got the Neal money. Okay. And there's a big debate whether the players should be taxed. And here's my thing. You tax the Neal money, you don't tax the money from the school.
Yeah.
The Neal money is an outside source. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Comes from the outside.
And that is also like income.
Yeah, it is income. So you tax the Neal money, you leave the scholarship money alone. You don't tax it.
Yeah, leave that.
Which the that's grant money anyway.
Yep.
So you don't tax that. Now, Senator Ted Cruz, which I disagree with him, is he said you shouldn't look at them as employees. But with the NIL money, I think you should. You're bringing in
Yeah.
extra money. Here's the thing. I worked in the coal mines. I was in the coal industry for 16 years. Okay. If we got a bonus in the coal mines, it didn't matter if it was $100. It didn't matter if it was a $2,000 bonus. 50% of that went to the federal government.
All right.
Because it was a bonus. 50%. You need to start taxing that NIL money. I'm sorry. I do not feel sorry for him. I don't. I agree that you don't tax the money that's coming from the school, the scholarship money. You don't tax it, but that NIL money needs to be taxed. I'm sorry. Oh, you and I got to pay taxes.
Right.
You
But
tell me
one
what's
thing
the
I
difference.
will agree is the NIL, if they're going to tax it fairly. Because, if you go to USC, California find out they can tax you that money, they tax the hell out of them teams out there.
Well, college, they won't be able to. They ain't gonna be able to do college sports like the NFL. I'm just saying the NIL money coming in. Well, you're talking about this is going to be now the state level is going to be different. Okay,
right.
And here's the thing: if you want to do this, you make it illegal for the state to tax it.
Yeah.
And just do a federal tax at a lower rate. At
Nah,
least
I can see that.
a federal
That's
tax at a lower rate, not a higher rate, because they're in college. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But because the school, I don't know, but that's what that was about. That's about the NIL and everything else. They're supposed to be meeting with Trump on that, and they're wanting to do a cap, and I think there should be a cap. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't think no 18, 19-year-old should be getting $8 and $9 million in college. I mean, so I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to disagree, but all right, let's moving right along. Let's go to NFL. Like I said, we got the Columbine has already happened. And did you see that? I think he was a defensive lineman. I don't think he was offense. I think he was a defensive lineman from Clemson. He was like over 300 and some pounds, ran a 4.840.
Can you say drafted?
Hey, Chiefs. Nah, we need an offensive lineman, though. I don't think he was a defense. He may have been defense. Let's see here. Now, did you see the NFL? Did you see the salary caps? They moved it. They moved the roof up on it.
Okay.
So salary cap hits a new high of 301.2 million in 26. So I seen that the other day. I thought Jerry Jones was stepping down.
That's what he said.
But it says Jerry sees the Cowboys spending more in free agency. All right, now let's see. I'm trying to figure out something. You asked the question. Well, you sent me something today.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure. I think they can negotiate deals, but they can't do nothing. I think it's maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. The start of the new season, whenever the start of the new season.
Right.
But
they were already talking about this. It's like Kenneth Walker will not be returning to the Seahawks next year. So first I seen that and I was like, oh, well, he going to be free agent. He trying to get some money. And then it came on my feed that he was going to be going to Kansas City for $50 million. And I was like, that's why I sent it. I was like, I wonder, is this true? But
I know. there has been talks about them trying to look at him. All right, here you go. March 11th starts the league year, and the free agency signing period officially begins March 11th. So they can talk to players now, but nothing can't be signed or inked until
Yeah.
March 11th. So, I know the Chiefs were talking to him, but I
Because if
mean,
that's the case, Pacheco gone.
Checo gone. I'd keep Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I still keep Kareem Hunt, but
I
Pacheco is
Checo
gone.
gone, and some of the others are gone.
Because
Which
Pacheco gonna be a free agent.
the Chiefs freed up a lot of cap space.
And they got rid of Taylor.
They got rid of Taylor, freed up 20 mil. They got rid of Dana, freed up some money. The defensive end. And the Chiefs were looking to sign McDuffie to a long-term deal. I don't know if they've done it yet. I've seen some Chiefs fans were saying trade him and get a number 1 pick. I don't know if I'd do that.
I wouldn't either.
Good corners are hard to come by. But let's see what it says here. Let's see. All right, they still haven't extended his contract yet, but that's supposed to be happening. I did see this that Richardson, the quarterback from the Colts,
He's got permission to seek a trade.
Well, he said he'd be willing to sit in behind Patrick Mahomes so he can learn and mature and work on his game as a backup quarterback to the Chiefs in Kansas City. I'm like, jump on that deal. I could go with that.
Yeah.
I think let him rest up, get healed up, let him sit behind Mahomes, because if Mahomes something happens, he goes down, I think he could run that offense enough to win. But even at that, you still got to get an offensive line in there. You still got to get a line.
Right.
Let's see here. Let's see what we got here in the column here. Oh, let's see. I think is it finished? I think it should be finished now.
Yeah, I think it is
I
done
think
now.
they finished it. I think today finished it. Yeah, day 4 was offensive lineman. So, I seen somebody ran a 4.240.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's your speed, ain't it?
Yeah, I wish I was.
Let's see, who was that? Thompson. It's MSU's Thompson Blazes Combine's best 4.26 in the 40. It's like they keep breaking it every year. It seems like. Well, maybe it's just for today. Combine's best.
Right.
Wasn't Tariq Hill a 4.2?
Yeah, Tariq Hill had a nice one.
I guess that's about it. Really running down the NFL right now. Nothing's going to happen until next week, a week after next, the 11th. So,
yep.
All right. This one's short. This episode's short, just of an hour. You got anything?
I got nothing. Because we already went over WNBA contracts. What else we didn't already did? Yeah, I already told you about Kenneth Walker may be a Chief next year.
We'll see what
Oh, I
happens.
did think of something. Jerry Jones had the nerve. I was on Twitter. He said that he has realized that this year, he said, I kind of disappointed the fans and we haven't been drafting and haven't been doing well enough to put together a championship team. I'm like, really? Now you
You
realize it after
30,
30 years?
30 years. Well, now here I will tell you this, and then I've never been a Dallas fan, which I pull for him a little more because of you. But when Tony Romo was there, I thought they had a shot then.
Yeah,
Getting there. Now to winning it, I didn't know, but well, they never made it. But
right. I think that was the best year they had when Tony Romo was there, and then when they had the Dez drop football, didn't he dropped it?
the
That
ground
they,
caused a fumble, and the ground can't cause a fumble.
yeah, that was like the best year they. If I swear, if they didn't have that right there, because they was playing Green Bay, that was the year Green Bay went on to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So yeah, I still they missed a call on that. He was lunging for the end zone, reaching
Mhm.
out. That wasn't a fumble. That was you say the ground can't cause a fumble, so it can't cause a
Exactly.
fumble. But yeah, they missed that call on that. I still remember that to this day. Is that the year Rogers won it?
Yep, that was the year Rogers won it.
The only time he's won
Yep.
it. He got his field and he was done with it. And I guess he'll be coming back to the Steelers.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I know. Well, we'll see. Come the 11th, because there was been talk Kyler Murray might end up in the Steelers uniform form.
Yeah, they. I think they need to move away from.
Yeah, Arizona's looking to move away from him.
Yeah, he ain't done good. He has had some good years.
That's not the fit for him, because Arizona is one of those teams that they're actually looking to throw, and he to me is more of a run first. He's a Lamar Jackson, and he's more Lamar Jackson type quarterback because he can't see over the line.
Yeah,
You can have a wide open tight end right across the middle. He ain't gonna see it.
you see now. I said this when he was coming out of college. Okay, he played for Oklahoma. Um, and I didn't know if you know this. He got drafted for the Major League Baseball, but chose to go to football. And
Oh,
I said this whole time, I
he
said
probably
he
should have
should.
went baseball.
Yeah, I said I would go baseball. I would go baseball. He could make more money at baseball, longer career, but he chose to go to the NFL.
Yeah, you know who did that mistake back in the '90s a long time ago? Charlie Ward. He was a quarterback for Florida State. They figured Charlie Ward was going number one, and Charlie Ward said, "Well, I don't know if I want to play football or basketball." So he ended
Yeah.
up as point guard as New York Knicks. They didn't even draft him. Come in the
I
NFL,
think
not a team wanted to touch him.
John Elway messed up too, didn't he?
Well,
Oh man, no, I just had to play. I just had to throw that out there. I think he played baseball too.
I didn't know that, but yeah,
Yeah, and I think actually he may have been drafted as well, um, from to the Major League Baseball, but he chose football, which actually I think he done a pretty good decision.
yeah. Elway screwed up. He had 2 Super Bowl rings. You could have 4 World Series versus 2 Super Bowl rings.
Um, and he went he did it how most people dream about doing it, going out on top.
Yep.
He went out on top and won his two in his last 2 years. So not too many players, or even when it comes to a quarterback, can say that. I went out winning the Super Bowl my last 2 years of my career. So But you got anything else?
I got nothing.
All right, like we always do at the end of each episode, if you're thinking about harming and hurting yourself, dial 988, dial 1. That's the quick number for the Veteran Crisis Line, which is 1 800 273 8255. 1 800 273 8255. This is also the National Crisis Hotline.
Suicide hotline. Yeah.
So 988, dial 1. Or if you're a veteran, go to your local VA medical center, go to ER and tell them you need to talk to someone, and get the resources and help that you need.
Yep.
Anything else you got, Beans?
That's it.
All right. Well, y'all stay safe. And if it's cold where you're at, stay warm. And we'll see you on the live next Sunday.
Yep. Next Sunday. Y'all have a nice one.
Have a good one.